One of the concerns I hear most about is the frown lines, and I today want to show you how you can start releasing the tension that is causing these frown lines, and yeah, a couple of techniques to get you started on this journey of natural rejuvenation, where you don't need to inject Botox or anything to fix these lines. And I find they're actually quite easy to fix, so don't worry and just follow along and learn. All right, so first off, we are going to do 3 techniques today, and then I'm going to also show you a taping technique that you can do to help with smoothing out this area with kinesio tape. So first things first, we are going to release tension from the muscles that pull the eyebrows in and down, because these are the muscles that are causing these wrinkles. So imagine that you're pulling this down, this muscle gets shortened and the skin doesn't have anywhere to go, see? So it has to wrinkle. Our job is to smooth, like lift the eyebrows back up, and so that this area between the brow, the 11 lines, can smoothen out naturally. And we do this today in this video by massaging this area, but I do recommend to combine this with massaging the forehead and the scalp as well, because this is going to lift like everything from more back and deeper up and fix this area. Okay, but today I'm going to show you a couple of techniques that you can do already. We are going to grab some tissue. You don't want any oily skin for this. You want to be the skin as dry, I call it, oil-free as possible, so that you can have a good grip. And then we are going to just gently massage this roll that ends up between our fingers. So you want to squeeze the wrinkle or line horizontally. If it's a vertical line, you're going to squeeze it horizontally. We'll work differently on the lines that come on a horizontal, on here on the bridge of the nose, and I'm going to do a separate video for that, but this is specifically for the 11 lines. So we're going to take and just squeeze and massage. You can then also like give a little rub, like a little wiggle to the tissue, like this. Okay, good. Then we are going to massage below the brow. So I like to lift with one hand the brow up, and then with the other finger, I'm kind of sliding from the inner corner of the eye, but along the nose, up to under the brow, kind of like a little half circle. If you feel a lot of tenderness or even, pain while doing this massage, this just shows that there is a lot of tension, and that's probably the reason why you chose to watch this video, and because you have 11 lines. And if you have 11 lines, that means that you do have tension in this area. So I'm gonna do second side, lift the brow a little bit. You don't have to if that feels a bit too complicated, but I kind of like lifting the eyebrow up. And you want to massage along, slide along to every point that feels painful. Like I can feel it a bit over here. I'm gonna slide all the way until I feel I've passed the hot spot, so to say, the painful hot spot. Now we can give a circular movement to the whole area. And for this, I like to take my, how do you call this part of the hand? I don't know. Take this part of the hand and put it on your third eye area. And we're just gonna do circles, massaging and lifting, changing directions, and then also wiggling up. You can put the other hand at the back of your head, and it feels, I promise you, much more comfortable if you have one hand at the back of the hand, the head, and with the other one, as you press into your forehead, you have the backhand as support rather than having to press against with your head and your neck muscles getting all tight. And then another favorite technique of mine for this area is to take your index finger, make a hook, and then you're going to slide right over the eyebrow, the beginning of the eyebrow, like the front portion. So the second last technique was under the eyebrow, whereas this one is like right over the eyebrow. The other hand definitely supports the opposite side, and the pressure is pretty strong. And I'm just gliding over this very tight area, releasing it, and like that, opening the brow area and softening these 11 lines. How are we doing? How are we doing? All right, I'm gonna grab my tape so that you can see how now I would tape this area. So we have different ways of taping it, and I will show you the most simple way today. We have wide tapes and kind of more narrow tapes, and it depends how wide your brow area is, which one you're gonna need. For me, this narrow one is a little too narrow because my eyebrows are further apart, but there are people whose eyebrows are a bit closer, and then the narrow one works just fine. But for my purposes, I'm gonna cut at the tape to size. So I'm gonna check how far apart my eyebrows is and just add a couple of millimeters because I will be stretching my eyebrows apart, which is now not considered in the measurement. So I cut a piece. I'm also going to cut because I will be sticking this kind of to the bridge of my nose a little bit and then over the eyebrows, not over the eyebrows, between the eyebrows. So I need to kind of cut off these ends, which I'm going to do right now. I hope you can see. Again, don't be perfectionist about this, just chop it off. And yeah, corners can come off if your face is a little bit oily so that it sticks better. But in general, when I have no oil or cream or anything on my face, I just leave the corners as it is because I see people all the time cutting these corners. I have no time for that. So I just use it as it is. So now we are gonna separate the anchor. And in order for it to make it easier to kind of this to come off the paper, you can kind of like pull on the tape and it will make the paper come off. So we're gonna keep that side on and just take off the side that we're gonna stick on the bridge of the nose. And now closely watch. I'm gonna take my hand, spread my brows apart and lift them up, stick this to my nose, bridge of the nose, and then I'm gonna take this paper off. I'm keeping the stretch and I'm starting to apply the tape without any pull. So the skin, yes, this I'm pulling, I'm stretching, of course, but the tape itself never gets stretched. So we need to make sure that we apply the tape without stretching. And sometimes when you pull on the paper, you will end up stretching the tape. So be really careful to remove it and then just simply stretch your skin up. And that's it. Now I can hardly move my mid-brow area, so I get to relax this muscle. Also, I get to retrain myself from frowning while I'm working, talking, going about my day at home. Sometimes I take this even into the car while I'm driving and just take it off before I arrive because I find myself frowning a lot when I drive. So yeah, many uses, and this is very effective to smoothen out together with massage the 11 lines. I hope this helped. I'm gonna have more videos and a training coming up to show you how exactly to tape the forehead and the midbrow area in an even more effective way, especially for women over 40. Sometimes this alone is a good start, but you can be faster achieving results by taping it in additional ways. So yeah, all of that is coming up. I'm excited. But for today, give this a go. Let me know how it goes. And yes, I will see you soon. Happy taping and happy frown line massaging. Bye.